Praise God. We give God praise. We give God glory. We bless your holy name for all that you have done. We thank God. We want to conclude the set of this particular set of teachings on do not compromise in crisis. The image and likeness of God that you have is your only source of survival. You may have nothing, but you have the image, and that is what is keeping you in rest. We want to look at identity and your destiny. Why did Daniel not compromise? Why did Joseph not compromise? Now, look at Daniel chapter 2, verse 48. Daniel 2:48. Then the king promoted Daniel and gave him many great gifts, and he made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and the chief administrator of all the wise men of Babylon. Daniel has been promoted. We thought he was going to die because he compromised. There's no pain in trying not to compromise. He didn't compromise. Sorry. He refused to eat from the king's table. He refused to drink the king's wine. He refused for them to change his language. He was put in the lion's den, and that day the lion had to fast. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego put in the fire. The fire couldn't consume them. Why? Because once you decide not to compromise, God preserves you. Once you decide to protect the image and likeness of God in you, God protects you. Don't allow anyone to touch that which you have, the image and likeness. You can also look at the case of Joseph. The case of Joseph. He also, Daniel transcended several generations of kings, or 3 of them. He survived all of them. When you look at Daniel chapter 6, verse 28, so this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. How did he do it? He survived during the reign of this king, Darius, and the reign of Cyrus the Persian. How did he? In the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, he survived these 3 kings. How? He didn't compromise. Remember, these kings were worldly kings. They were not born again. Look at the case of Joseph in Genesis chapter 45, verse 8. Genesis 45, verse 8. Look at what he did. So now it was not you who sent me here, but God. And he has made me a father to Pharaoh, a lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. How could Joseph be a father to Pharaoh? Remember, Pharaoh was not born again. Darius, Nebuchadnezzar, Cyrus, all those kings, they were not born again. They were kings in a worldly land, in a foreign land. But you must go in there and make impact. How did they survive? How did they become kings? How did they become rulers? How did they become fathers to worldly kings? Because they preserved the image and likeness, and now they are taking dominion. You see the drift? So there's a trajectory from preserving the form, because God was taking them somewhere. They knew what they carried. They knew who they were. They knew their destination. So when you are focused on your destination and you have knowledge of what you have, you get there and you will not compromise. Some compromise because they didn't even know what they carried. These people, they knew what they carried. So in a foreign land, in a worldly place, place and worldly kings, these people survived and became kings, a ruler, a father to Pharaoh. Do you know your destination? Are you prepared to sacrifice that little satisfaction and then lose that dominion and lose your destiny? Somebody sacrificed their birthright for a bowl of soup. Somebody is sacrificing theirs now as I speak. In the midst of crisis, preserve the image, for God is taking you somewhere. This is Pastor Edem Adom, and God bless you for listening to this set of teachings. God bless you.